Be like David Basketball here. And I want to teach you about the purpose of the L in your shooting arm. The L stands for lever. Lever means leverage. If you think about a seesaw and how it works, there's a lever, which is the seesaw, and then there's a joint in the middle called a fulcrum. That fulcrum point tilts the seesaw, and when somebody sits on one side of it, it makes the seesaw go up and be ready for launch. That is this position. This elbow is the fulcrum. This position with my L, the ball is sitting on my lever, it's ready for launch. Now, when somebody jumps on that seesaw on the other end, the other person is gonna go flying off. Same with this. To offset my seesaw, my lever, I lock it out at the fulcrum point, just like the seesaw, and that ball goes flying because of its position in relation to the fulcrum and the way the lever is being extended against the fulcrum. In basketball, we need to form our arm in an L shape, okay? The reason why is because the basket is facing up, and therefore the ball must come down into the basket in order to be successful. When we form our arm in an L, and then we lock our elbow by extending and locking at the elbow, it sends the ball up. This does not require flicking of the wrist at all. Locking and extending from that L position sends your ball up, and then it brings it down. That's what creates your trajectory, your arc, your parabola, if you will. L, extend, and lock out. Now, two things to notice. We want to extend our arm up. A lot of people get that confused and they think out is what you're looking for. No, it's not. You want to extend your L upwards. A rule of thumb, some coaches say, is elbow above the eyebrow, but extend up and you'll get the gist. The ball will do what it's supposed to do. The second thing you want to be mindful of is, how do you know your arm is in an L and that it's not crooked? When you set your L, which is also known as your set point, by the way, when there's a ball on it, now it's your set point. You want to make sure your forearm is vertical. If your forearm is crooked, that means your elbow is out and your L is not established. When you're dribbling and you're getting into your shot, you want to see your target, see the rim, but you want to be mindful of this too. And you want to be making sure that your forearm is vertical. And I like to do that by looking at my target, and then when I go into it, I can still see this forearm in the peripheral. Also, you want to make sure that you train both arms. Typically, you can start with your strong arm, your right arm, when you're working on your L extension. But be mindful, once you get good, start working on it with your left hand or your opposite hand. Be able to shoot with both. L, extend. Okay? Ambidextrous shooting is the goal. Also, what I like to do is sit in a chair here and work on my L mechanics. Okay? L, extend. It's a beautiful way to eliminate your legs and focus solely on your upper body mechanics. It feels wonderful too if you're into it. Also with the left hand, don't be shy. Work on it with the left hand as well. Also, remember, passing is shooting. Why? Because this L here is for shooting, but this L here is for passing. And so I'll also go to the gym and work on my passing with my L extension by getting here. I'll have the ball angled up here. My arm is in the L. Step and extend, right? Step, lock that elbow out. I like to also do it from a chair position so I can remove the legs and focus mostly on just my upper body mechanics, because when I work on that passing motion with this L, I'm also working on my shooting motion. You can come to a wall, use some tape when you want to get working on your hand-eye coordination so you can target with that L on that pass, hitting that stripe. L, take a step, hit that stripe. L, take a step, hit that stripe. Fully lock that elbow. See your target? Hit that target by extending your arm. Make sure your ball, when you're behind it, is angled up here. It puts your L in a very loaded position. Extend that elbow, lock it, and let that ball come off those fingertips. Okay? Show you in the chair. No legs. Extend that L. See that locking of the arm. Passing is shooting. Shooting is passing. You're working on the same motion when you are passing or shooting, and you need to focus on that L and on that extension, the locking of that elbow. The L method, practice it.